a little bit differently than we've done in the past. We're going to review the rule with the suffix ed. So if you read it with me, if a T or a D is
followed by ed, it usually says "ut."
For example, in this word, we see that there is a T at the end of the base word. Here's our suffix of ed. So the word is busted. Again, we can see that there's a vowel suffix, the ed. The base word ends with a T, so the word is rested. Rested. Ed, base word ends with a D, bonded. Bonded. Okay, now I'd like you to spell the word rusted. 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 Spell it. The next word is handed. Put it on your fingers. Handed. Handed. And the next word is melted. 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 And that's why you should have done it. Now we're going to go ahead with a new skill. It's called the 1 plus 1 plus 1 rule. And it's one of the rules to know how to add a suffix on the end of a word. So I will need you to write this rule down. If a syllable has one vowel followed by one consonant, and the suffix begins with a vowel, double the final consonant before adding the suffix. Otherwise, you just add the suffix. For example, if we have the word grab, it has one vowel followed by one consonant. We want to add to that a vowel suffix, which means a suffix that begins with a vowel. We need to double the consonant before adding the suffix. So it will look like this. And the word is grabbing. The next one.
Okay, that's a really good question. The other B comes from, this is the rule, the 1 plus 1 rule, folks. If we have a syllable that has one vowel followed by one consonant, and the suffix that we want to add ends with a vowel, we have to double the consonant before we can put it together. Okay? So let's look at the next one.
Base word is grab. It has one vowel followed by a consonant. We want to add a vowel suffix, so we need to double the consonant before adding the suffix. So it becomes sad, status. The base word is pick. It has a vowel, but it's followed by two consonants. So our rule says, if it has one consonant, that's when we need to double it. Otherwise, we just add the suffix. So we still are adding a vowel suffix, but we don't have to double anything because it already ends with two consonants. So the word is picking. Alright, now I'm going to have you guys try it.
Alright, so now I want you guys to go ahead and try to spell using that rule. I want you to write the word hidden. You have to ask yourself, what is the base word? The base word is hid. What is the suffix? N. So what are we going to have to do to the last letter of the base word before we add the vowel suffix? That's what you need to ask yourself. This is how you should have spelled it. If we have the base word hid, we wanted to add the suffix in. We have a vowel followed by one consonant. We want to add a vowel suffix, so we have to double the consonant before adding the suffix. Your next word is listing. Listing. Again, ask yourself, what is the base word? Are we adding a vowel suffix? Yes. Okay. Listing. This is how you should have spelled listing. Again, the base word ends in two consonants, so we simply just add the vowel suffix. Your next word is druggist. Like a pharmacist that works at a drugstore is called a druggist. So ask yourself, what is the base word and what is the suffix, so that you know what to do with the word. And this is how you should have spelled it. You need to double the G because it has one vowel followed by one consonant, and we're adding a vowel suffix, so we have to double the G. If you wrote this incorrectly, you need to cross it out and rewrite it correctly 3 times. Your final word is hottest. Hottest. And this is how you should have spelled it. H-O-T-T-E-S-T. Again, because the base word has one vowel followed by one consonant, we're adding a vowel suffix, so we have to double the consonant before adding the suffix. Good job.